Hey everyone, and a big welcome to the show today. If you're a content creator right now, you know the standard cycle. Record, upload, chop a few clips, and breathe a sigh of relief until next week. But what if I told you that you are likely sitting on a massive, untapped goldmine of reusable content simply collecting digital dust? That's because repurposing often feels like a tedious chore you check off rather than a strategic engine for growth. Today, we are diving deep into a superior way to repurpose, bringing you actionable tips, essential tools, and a couple of major pitfalls to avoid completely. And yes, we're going to discuss a specific tool that genuinely alleviates the pain, but I promise we won't sound like a cheesy advertisement for it. Ready to unlock that hidden value? Fantastic, let's dive in right now. I'm Jessie, and I spend my days editing podcasts and wrestling with AI to squash the tedious parts of content creation. I'm here with Matt, who just flew back from an Australian tour and is probably operating on pure jet-lagged wit. Matt, g'day to you all. I'm Matthew Bliss, producer, editor, and apparently the world's leading professional suitcase unpacker. Matt, I'm also a human reminder that real-life administrative tasks like taxes and mortgages never stop, even when you're on the road. Matt, being gone for a month really hammered home just how absolutely critical good, solid repurposing workflows are when you can't be chained to the grind every single week. Right, let's do a quick reality check on what most creators' repurposing looks like today. It's typically transcript everything, dump it into whatever automated tool you use, Opus Clip, Descript, Cast Magic, you name it, get a few auto clips and post them to your socials, and that's usually the end of the story. That's minimal effort applied, which naturally translates into minimal, almost negligible returns for your overall brand effort. Matt, and honestly, that lack of depth really shows to the audience. Matt, to be completely frank, I'm not a huge advocate for the current state of social media culture, especially the doom scrolling epidemic. Matt, however, as a producer, I have a non-negotiable duty to deliver quality for my clients, so the actual standard of the content matters immensely. Matt, take my client Carrie, who focuses on mental health. A short reel she shares cannot just be throwaway filler. It absolutely must honor the sensitivity of that deep conversation. Matt, so I start with the raw transcript, use advanced GPT prompts to really hunt down those high-impact, quotable moments, and then I manually cut and polish everything meticulously in a robust editor. Matt, it's certainly more hands-on and time-consuming, but that level of involvement guarantees the core message remains perfectly intact and respected. Exactly. The fundamental issue is that the outputs from most single-purpose AI tools often just sound fine, which is rarely good enough. Those fine results might be perfectly acceptable for simple show notes or basic accessibility text, sure. But when you rely on default AI text for anything that actively builds your authority, like LinkedIn thought leadership posts or descriptions that drive YouTube discovery, you demand more than just fine. You absolutely need authentic voice, deep contextual understanding, and a clear thread connecting back to your entire back catalog of content. Matt, and this is precisely where so many of these specialized single-purpose tools really start to show their limitations. Matt, they analyze one episode in isolation, give you 5 clips, and then demand you pay per minute or per user for that very specific privilege. Matt, it feels fundamentally like being handed a fast food burger loaded with toppings, only to spend the next 10 minutes picking off everything you explicitly didn't want. It gets the job done functionally, but it is decidedly not elegant or tailored to your specific needs. There is an objectively better, more sustainable approach to this whole process. You must begin with a clear strategy in mind, not just defaulting to the latest shiny tool that promises instant results. Ask yourself, what is the undeniable, unique voice of my brand across all platforms? Who is the specific, ideal listener or reader I am trying to engage with every single time I publish something? What are the recurring, high-value thematic threads that naturally weave through all of my previous episodes? If you haven't clearly defined what good actually means for your specific channel, the AI will invariably guess, and that guess is almost always the blandest, most generic option possible. So, what can we realistically pull out and leverage from just one strong, long-form piece of content? First, you still need those short-form clips for Reels, TikTok, and Shorts, but you must choose moments that genuinely resonate, not just the easy, funny throwaways. Next, transform your show notes and YouTube descriptions by making them genuinely searchable and valuable, moving far beyond a raw, unedited transcript dump. Consider crafting dedicated social posts and carousel slides, but tailor the rhythm and length carefully for each specific platform you are on. You can repurpose segments into newsletter sections and entire email sequences by pairing clips with a compelling narrative arc to build a content funnel. Derive full blog posts or articles from the major themes discussed, ensuring they are SEO-friendly, long-form variations of your original episode's core argument. Create mid-form video content, something lasting between 3 to 8 minutes, which is tightly curated around one singular strong argument or a quick tutorial. Think about reframing your content for educational products by extracting those key teachable moments and packaging them as study notes for LLM interaction. Matt. I absolutely have to champion one method I personally love, which is transforming an extensive, sprawling conversation into several highly focused pillar episodes. Matt. We've successfully taken 90-minute interviews and spun them into 5 tightly focused episodes, which is heavy pre-production but creates an incredible evergreen library. That's true, but executing any of this effectively requires at least 2 essential ingredients: a comprehensive knowledge base and mandatory human oversight. Most solutions like Riverside's built-in features or Cast Magic are slick for their initial small tasks, but they usually lack the capacity to ingest your whole archive for cross-referencing. Failing to maintain that cross-archive context means you miss opportunities to build continuity and reference older, relevant points. Furthermore, many of these services operate on a per-minute or per-seat pricing model, which can escalate your monthly overhead incredibly fast. Matt, you are spot on. The outputs from these tools almost always carry that distinct, recognizable rhythm, that undeniable AI-ness we've all started to spot. Matt. This often manifests as run-on sentences, every single point given equal weight regardless of importance, and that predictable marching formula: hook, insight, value, CTA. Even the most intelligent tools can only comfortably get you about 60% of the way to a polished final product. The remaining 40%, the part that actually converts viewers, requires you to inject your unique personality and authentic voice. This is why having a smarter, integrated tool chain becomes absolutely essential for overcoming these hurdles. And this is where the workflow around Vizard specifically earns a mention, not because it's flawless, but because it solves the most annoying pieces of this puzzle effectively. There are 3 main differentiating factors that truly stand out when looking at what it offers. First, the auto-editing goes beyond mere silence detection. Its AI actively searches for conversational inflection, emotional peaks, and natural topic pivots. In practical terms, this means you receive clips that feel intentional and purposeful rather than sounding completely random and context-free. Second, look at the auto-schedule feature, where you define your desired posting frequency, and the system automatically queues the content across all your necessary platforms. This completely eliminates the endless, soul-crushing chore of manual calendar wrangling every single day. Third is the integrated content calendar and publishing hub, allowing you to edit, reschedule, and push content live directly from one central interface. Matt. What I appreciate about Vizard is that it refuses to act like a one-trick pony, which is a common flaw in this space. Matt. Opus Clip is phenomenal for those quick 30-second highlight pulls, and Descript is brilliant for any text-based content manipulation. We all know that. Matt. Cast Magic does speed repurposing incredibly well, but their functional constraints like minute caps or per-user fees always become glaringly obvious. Matt. Vizard's approach integrates the clip discovery phase directly with the scheduling and the central management, stopping you from stitching 10 different subscriptions together for a basic task. Let's pivot to a few practical tips that will elevate your output, regardless of the specific toolset you end up using. First, you absolutely must build a searchable transcript archive, uploading everything into a shared drive or a simple database sheet. The true value here isn't just the ability to search, it's the deep context it provides when you reference past episodes, making your content feel like a cohesive series. Second, always design your repurposed assets specifically for the platform where they are destined to live. LinkedIn thrives on intellectual threads and strong opening hooks, while Instagram demands immediate vertical visual impact. YouTube, conversely, often rewards those slightly longer, more context-rich clips that offer deeper dives into a specific subject. Third, remember that rigorous human quality control is non-negotiable for everything the AI generates. You must read every single AI output aloud, because if it sounds like a tired intern wrote it at 2 a.m., you need to rewrite it immediately. Use the AI model strictly for drafting initial ideas, pulling raw quotes, and suggesting opening hooks, but always revise heavily for your actual voice. And finally, be smart about recycling. A truly great quote doesn't have to be a one-time event. It can be reshared months later with fresh, relevant context. Now, let's talk about SEO and discoverability, because you need to think well beyond just submitting your RSS feed these days. The vast majority of new listeners will find you through standard Google, YouTube search, or emerging AI-powered summary tools. This means your website must host clean, beautifully structured articles that directly answer common user questions like FAQs or TLDR summaries with clear timestamps. Large language models absolutely thrive when they encounter clear organizational structures. A brief summary, followed by key takeaways, then deeper sections. Structuring content this way dramatically increases the chance your episode becomes a referenced snippet in those crucial AI-powered search results. Matt, and please do not neglect your email list, because it remains one of your most potent monetization channels. Matt, you can repurpose one compelling audio clip, combine it with a very short, relatable story, and turn that into a highly effective 3-email warm-up sequence for a service or product. Matt, It's surprisingly effective for nurturing leads and allows you to monetize without having to constantly pitch on every single social media post you create. We briefly mentioned the education angle, and this represents a fascinating future product opportunity for experts. Instead of just uploading the same video lectures, imagine packaging your modules as promptable knowledge for your students. Students could then paste your module content directly into their own LLM and ask highly targeted questions, generating a truly personalized learning path. That is an emerging and highly scalable product model for creators looking to sell genuine expertise, not just the video file of that expertise. But here remains the final, absolute, non-negotiable rule for sustainable content strategy. You must always start with your strategy, never by defaulting to the tool itself. Tools are merely sophisticated toys until you have clearly defined the exact, measurable outcome you want them to help you achieve. Document your brand voice, define your recurring themes, and then select the technology that aligns with your established goals, not the reverse. Matt. Furthermore, you need to maintain a ruthless commitment to the quality standard of every single piece of repurposed content. Matt. While high-volume repurposing sounds amazing on paper, volume, without meticulous curation, simply generates noise that nobody will pay attention to. Matt. If you want people to actually stop scrolling their feed and click through to your main podcast or sign up for your list, that content needs to feel undeniably worth their limited time. Jesse. So, to bring this whole discussion to a close, understand that repurposing is a discipline, not just a simple checkbox task. You leverage AI and various tools to achieve necessary scale, but you must fiercely protect that vital human touch, your unique voice, your intentional editorial choices, and your high standards. If you want a tangible place to kickstart this improved system today, build that searchable transcript archive immediately and pick one single platform to focus all your initial efforts on. Then, experiment with a system like Vizard to truly automate the heavy, repetitive grunt work while you remain in charge of the truly creative decisions. Matt. As a final challenge, try repurposing one single episode into 5 distinct audience entry points over the next week. Matt. That means 1 hero clip for YouTube, 2 vertical clips for Instagram, 1 long-form post for LinkedIn, a short newsletter inclusion, and 1 SEO article. Matt. Do that consistently for 3 months, and I guarantee you will see new audience members discovering you from places you never expected. All right, we could easily go down 50 tangents on SEO or the ethics of automation, but we will save those fascinating topics for another dedicated session. If you found value in this discussion today, please drop a comment below telling us which part of your current repurposing workflow drives you absolutely nuts the most. We promise to read every single one and share step-by-step prompts and templates to solve those specific pain points in our next video. For now, take care. Keep creating incredible content, and please start being smarter about how you reuse the amazing things you've already made. Peace out, everyone. Real growth isn't about frantically making more content. It's about making exponentially better use of the high-quality content you've already poured your heart into.